I am your English teacher, Mr. B.K. Biswas, Assistant Professor English of this Machpara Degree College. On my last class, I taught you regarding narration, especially on assertive sentence, and discussed it elaborately. And I gave you its definition, the definition of direct speech and indirect speech. So, I shall again teach you on interrogative sentence. Firstly, you should remember there are two species on narration. One is reporting speech and the other is reported speech. In reporting speech, there is reporting verb, and in reported speech, there is reported verb. And you should always remember, in reported speech, there are interrogative pronouns and interrogative adverbs. Using interrogative adverbs and interrogative pronouns, we create interrogative sentence. And if there is no interrogative adverb or interrogative pronouns, we should use auxiliary verbs. So, what are the interrogative pronouns? The interrogative pronouns are who, whose, which, what. What are the interrogative adverbs? Such as how, where, when, how. These are interrogative adverbs. So, firstly, you was the board. Number 1. He said to me, what are you doing? In this sentence, what are you doing? In this sentence, you can observe what? This is interrogative pronoun. By using interrogative pronoun, we can create interrogative sentence. How can you change this speech into indirect speech? So, if there is say or tell, we should change it necessarily and use the word ask or inquire of. What is the answer? He said to me, what are you doing? Answer to the point. He asked me what I was doing. First sentence is in the present tense, but in direct speech it turns into past tense, past continuous tense. So, what kind of new methods we can observe here? Such as in reporting speech, first person, and what are you doing? In second person, we can see second person. But in narration or in direct speech, he asked me what I was doing. Here object, first person. In reporting speech, we can observe first person and the sentence turns into complex sentence. Whenever we use interrogative pronoun, the sentence, the full sentence turns into complex sentence. And the next point, number 2, he said to me, how did you solve it? In this question on narration, there are 2 points, such as asking the question and answering to the point. He said to me, how did you solve it? Answer to the point. He asked me how I had solved it. You see, the tense is past indefinite. So, the tense will turn into past perfect tense. This is the rule of narration. He asked me how I had solved it. As it was in the past tense, it turned into past perfect tense. Next point. Point 3. He said to me, will you go now? In this sentence, there is no interrogative pronoun or interrogative adverbs. So, this is auxiliary verb, where you can see the auxiliary verb like am, is, are, or will, or would, or can, even do, did, or done. You should take help. The point if or whether. So, it will work as conjunction in the sentence, and the sentence will necessarily turn into complex sentence. You point 3. He said to me, will you go now? He asked me if I would go then. So, adverb now will turn into then. So, you should always remember the functions and activities of parts of speech. In narration, parts of speech has its role. Even there is the role of number or person in this sentence. Number will sense if it is necessary, and adverbial words will turn into another point according to the tense or corresponding of past tense, corresponding of any kind of tense. So, what can we observe here newly? The newly point, again I repeat it, there are two species. One species is reporting speech and the other species is reported speech. In reported speech, there is the question. So, we make question by using interrogative pronouns like who, whose, which, what. And we create interrogative sentence using interrogative adverb like how, where, when, how, even, why. Next, if there is no interrogative word, we should take help of auxiliary verb. So, this is my class, and I shall give you another topic on narration, including imperative sentence. On my next class, I shall teach you on imperative sentence. On my last class, I taught you on the point assertive sentence and showed you the activities of past tense, the sensing of persons or number. Even I showed you the systems and sensing pattern of corresponding tense with reference to sequence of tense. So, you should have a good knowledge on sensing of parts of speech and sensing of adverbs, and always should remember what are interrogative adverbs and what are interrogative pronouns and what are auxiliary verbs. Thank you very much. Wait for the next class.